Chapter 4 Realm, the Mysterious Sphere. Mr. President, with all due respect, may we know the specific roles of the doctors in this project? Dr. Logan asked the first question, bending forward. Good question to start with, Dr. Logan. I would like to inform you all that in the next stage, we are going to recruit 8 adolescents from across the globe. They should have admirable characters and special abilities. Since they are over 14 years of age, it is legal to hire them. These young recruits will be trained in technology, spirituality, bravery, and discovering their special abilities to sustain and withstand the hardships they will face when we send them to the other realms using the realm. Your roles, Dr. Logan and Dr. Sue, will be to take care of these 8 adolescents' health, both physical and mental. Further, you need to train the 8 recruits in learning all about the good habits considering their food, behavior, both physical and mental, and sleeping pattern. The roles of the 4 scientists will be to assemble, reassemble, and test the realm for compatibility and efficiency. Additionally, they will train the young minds in terms of technology to adapt to the operation of realm. In terms of safety and security, our 2 Secret Service agents will guard them day and night. These agents will also train the young recruits in 3 martial arts forms to ensure their safety during training, realms travel, and beyond. These 2 Secret Service agents are well trained in martial arts forms such as Sastema, JKD, and Jujutsu. The President explained in detail. The 4 scientists, 2 doctors, and 2 Secret Service agents nodded their respective heads in agreement. Mr. President, you mentioned that 8 young people will be recruited to travel to different realms. I would like to know the reason behind recruiting young people who are neither children nor fully grown adults. I was wondering if we should consider recruiting strong men and women or even a young military team instead. Dr. Ming-Su asked, being bold enough to question the President's decision. The other participants, who had the same question in mind but hesitated to ask, secretly admired Dr. Sue for voicing it openly for them. The President smiled broadly and looked at the other participants as if he had read their minds about the same question troubling them. Then, he glanced at the online screen to see the expressions of 2 spiritual masters from India. He understood that both knew the answer. The answer to this question is crucial to the success of our mission. As I explained earlier, this project will work best when we combine quantum science and spiritual science. Since we need a vast amount of energy to even attempt realms travel, it is not possible to obtain or generate enough energy from sources such as electricity or solar power. This is where spiritual energy comes into play. Spiritual energy is a super energy obtained directly from spirituality. The 2 spiritual masters from India understand this concept well. Adults, whether military or trained, do not possess enough spiritual energy. This is because adults, including men, women, sages, saints, imams, or other adult spiritual leaders from various religions, have contaminated their minds with lust, jealousy, guilt, and greed at some point in their lives. These characteristics weaken or taint their spiritual energy. However, adolescents do not have these impurities in their minds. They possess an innocence that allows them to generate pure and powerful spiritual energy, which is sufficient for our mission. Of course, not every young person fits this description, as many have corrupted minds due to various circumstances. It is our responsibility to find 8 adolescents worldwide who have pure minds. Some may suggest recruiting children with pure minds, but unfortunately, children under the age of 12 lack the strength, bravery, resistance, immunity, and willpower needed for our mission. That is why we are seeking pure-minded, virtuous, spiritual, brave, physically and mentally fit, and strong-willed young people between the ages of 14 and 16. I hope this explanation clears your doubt. The president leaned back, as everyone nodded in agreement. Mr. President, how does Realm help the 8 kids travel to other universes? Sansa asked the question that she had been yearning to know since her appointment as an assistant COO. She was informed that all her questions would be answered by the president himself at the appropriate time. Well, there it is, the question of the hour. I'm sure all of you are eager to know the answer to this. Before I answer, let me remind you all that the information I'm about to reveal is highly confidential and should not, under any circumstances, be shared with anyone, including your family members. The president quickly scanned the faces of all participants. To his surprise, everyone placed their right hand on their chest and said, "Yes, we understand, Mr. President." Satisfied with the response, the president continued, "Realm requires a vast amount of energy. To achieve this, we aim to utilize 5 sources of energy to make it fully functional. The first 2 primary sources come from scientific and spiritual sources. Additionally, we must utilize 3 other sources that come from physical, emotional, and mental sources. We will harness these 3 sources directly from the 8 adolescents whom we will soon recruit. By combining all 5 sources of energy at the right time, angle, position, and direction, we will be able to create an interim void hole. Please note that all of these processes will occur within the realm. In terms of functionality, interim void hole is similar to a supermassive black hole or wormhole, but on a much smaller scale. However, the interim void hole is a completely unique concept and represents a breakthrough discovery of our time. It is crucial that only a few selected must know about this. Presently, including us and a handful of my personal scientists are aware of this. For the greater good cause, we must keep this information confidential. I urge you all once again not to disclose this to anyone, regardless of how close they may be to you. Another important point to consider is that black holes and wormholes are incredibly dangerous and can disintegrate or incinerate humans who enter them. In contrast, the interim void hole operates differently and is entirely safe for human entry. Additionally, while black holes and wormholes are typically considered one-way journeys according to theoretical science, the IVH does not follow the same rules. By using superquantum computers, the destination of the interim void hole is predetermined. Most notably, the IVH can be recreated in another universe after a 2-hour interval using all forms of combined energies. The interim void hole will typically be the size of a small circle with a diameter of 5 feet. This short-lived IVH lasts no more than 6 seconds in human time, during which the 8 adolescents must enter the IVH. Once inside, they will be transported to a specific realm that has been pre-programmed. It is worth noting that we have identified 14 such realms. As the president explained calmly, the participants listening felt a surge of excitement and anticipation as they envisioned the capabilities of Realm. Mr. President, is this a one-way trip? If so, how will we bring the 8 adolescents back to our universe? Mata Radhadevi asked, keeping the safety of the young adolescents in mind. This is by no means a one-way trip. Once the 8 adolescents have reached a realm, the quantum machine here will automatically start regenerating all the required energy to bring them back to our universe. However, this process takes at least 2 hours to complete. Therefore, it is inevitable that the 8 adolescents have to stay in the other universe or realm for at least 2 hours. These 2 hours are considered a risk period. At the same time, the 8 adolescents should use this period to explore and, if possible, to make a positive connection with other realm beings. The President explained.